Well, there's the big news that everyone has been waiting to hear. What surfboard brand am I going to next after having left Super brand? And the answer is if you could pick a shortboard,
Hey everybody.
what would you pick?
Oh, that's a loaded question in this shop.
I think performance.
Performance?
You're doing
Either
air.
going Pizel or I'm going AJW, I think.
Oh, but like then you're like, well,
Right.
which one?
Yeah, I don't know.
And then there's the ones in the back. Waiting on trip foreman so that we can formally let y'all know what's going on. Right now, Jeffrey and I are just perusing. Am I allowed to do this? I don't think I'm actually allowed to do this.
Let people know you're not.
You're not allowed to do this. Disclaimer. This is the disclaimer. You're not allowed to come into reel and unclick those things.
Isn't that the same board Jason got, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more of a short board. I was assuming that it would be like
Kind of chunkier,
Yeah.
or at least have more volume than
Maybe
that.
there's one in the back.
Got all the fins
I know. It's like
you'd ever need.
Oh, look, I could...
Futures for the fin win. That is a wall.
That is a wall. And these are fins.
I know Jeffrey, we were in the back and Jeffrey's like, I need you to pull out that red board on the very top without touching any of the other ones. I was like, this is the beginning.
Oh,
Yep. So Brett, what do you think? You know, going, I know you had a good run with Super, obviously.
Great run, 10 years. But it's time for something new. And that something new is kind of hard to choose from.
Not being bound to one brand, like you could literally ride anything, which kind of makes the decision a little bit harder.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you know, it makes it a little bit more interesting, maybe a little bit more fun too.
Yeah. And so if you aren't picking up what we're putting down, I'm now going full free agent under Real Water Sports for any surfboard brand that they carry. So we are going to be putting all these things to the test, from small wave boards to short boards to barrel boards to fishes,
Soft tops.
soft tops. Already got a soft top. So yeah, now instead of being tied to one surfboard brand, we're gonna try them all. And now I'm like actually really overwhelmed. Because Trip keeps being like, well, what do you want? I'm like, I don't know. What do any of them do? And then he's like, someone starts breaking down like concave and rocker. I'm like, what are those things? I don't know. I just order a board that
Right.
That's what I've been doing for so long. So yeah, this is gonna be fun. I'm gonna learn about surfboards. So we are here to pick out the first boards in the quiver. And I don't even know where to start. I really have no idea. I have never followed along with any other surfboard brands besides Super. So I'm just like completely out of the loop on like who has what, like who specializes in what. Yeah, I'm stoked to try whatever.
All right. So let's going to start throwing you suggestions.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go with the foot overhead barrel board.
Yeah.
First, so I would say you already got the AJW coming in, right? The potato launcher. That one's coming in.
I will say I had on my eye one of the Ghost Pros.
So we got that one coming, and so we'll take a look at that. I would say another one would be Smith Humanoid. This one's got a little bit more all around.
Okay.
But this is what James Jenkins is riding, and that could be, you could basically ride that board as your only board for tomorrow. You could leave, you basically, you know, that would take the place of your pig dog, except for maybe the top range of your pig dog, and also of your shortboard as well. Like you could ride that as like a one and done.
Are there any with futures? I don't see any more round.
Well, if they're not on the floor,
there might be one in the back.
There might be one in the back, so let's look online on the website.
So every single board that's in this entire shop is online. So you don't have to come into the shop to order one. You don't even have to be in the same state or the same country, but you really have to come experience the board line because this is like overwhelming. Yeah, here's the potato launchers.
All right, Brett. 5'9" humanoid.
Liters, 26.9.
26.9 liters.
Pretty wide.
19 and a quarter.
But again,
2.25, you don't know?
I don't know. I'm trying to see, I've had this thing in my head where it's like, this is what I ride. I've literally been riding the same boards in the same dimensions for like 10 years. So,
and
take a little adjusting to
what
like
was
step out of
Dawson's
that.
board? How many liters was that?
28. So liter wise, that sounds good.
Yeah.
When I think of like two boards, I think of narrower for like knifing.
All right, so that one's gonna be probably in the back. So the Ghost Pro and the Humanoid are both in the back. Should we go to the back?
I was gonna say, if
good
the-
time to go to the back.
I think we should go to the back.
If the Ghost Pro is the two board, then
Was that, and that
I
one that
think-
you were looking at was back
Yeah,
there, right?
and that's like perfect.
Let's go.
I think.
We're going behind the scenes right now. We're gonna go behind the secret door to the private reserve area. This is like, most people come up here and they see this and their kind of head blows up like the emoji because they've never seen this many boards in a row, but we're gonna get, hopefully remember the code to the back as it kind of escapes you once in a while.
top secret.
Jeffrey, you're not allowed to be filming back here, so don't
Joe
use
Crow.
any of this footage. Or any of these. Don't make sure you don't get any of these.
I heard there's boards in the stalls of the bathrooms. That was the last place to stack any.
Okay, now we're in the back.
We're in the back. Jeffrey and I came peeking in here earlier.
All right, so we have the Humanoid 5'9".
Wait, what's the 5'8"?
Futures, but it looks too big.
Oh, this one. Yeah, this one's
5'9".
thicker.
Here we go.
Wait, what was the liters on the 5'9"?
26.9.
Oh, this is a different board then. I don't know what I'm doing. That's like, this has like that classic two board feel. A little fuller up here, pinned out tail. It's like go-to. It's a little wider, so I'd be curious to see the adjustment. And again, it's like, it might be one of those things where I'm like, oh, wider's good. Typically like steep tubes, I try and go a little narrower.
Yep.
But
To get up on rail quicker.
we're experimenting. Should we pull out
Ghost
the Ghost Pro?
Pro.
Joe.
You know where that one-
Joe.
You hawked that one out, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. 5. Where'd it go? Now I lost it again. It's this one.
Are you just going Pizels or?
No, whatever.
Dude, you know what looks cool is the little wing, the Mayhem little
That
wing.
thing, like,
For
yeah.
the shortboard.
Yeah,
Just
for
like
shortboard.
An airboard, like just like
what's
gravel
this
board. You know?
So this
That one's
one's
gonna be a lot narrower.
5'10".
I could definitely
Yeah,
do
18.75.
Yeah.
It's 25.4, so it's like, that's almost exact. It's a little more than what my boards were before, but it's like almost identical dims. I feel like that would be the money. I'm curious to see. See, what's funny is I don't really know anything about surfboards. So I look at them. I can like look at it and be like, okay, it's got like a little wider tail.
You know about surfboards.
But I don't. Like,
You know about surfboards.
but I don't know anything about concave.
You just
or
don't have to
rocker,
talk about
or
surfboards.
Tail rocker.
You're good enough
Subliminally, you
to
know
talk
already.
about surfboards, but you know surfboards. Disclaimer.
This looks bit. I would say this is probably a better all around. Barrels, turns, like softer, bigger waves.
Yep.
And then this is for sure like you need a
For when it's hammering.
For a tail like that, you need like a legit wave.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, why don't we do this,
okay.
this,
Oh.
and a Joe was saying, like a little wing.
Yeah, yeah, I'd be stoked to compare
Like a
these
little wing shortboard, because then you got like something that's full tube, something that does it all.
Yeah.
And then a little wing for shortboard.
I like it.
Does that work?
Yeah.
All right.
There's a decent amount.
Just like
This
that.
is a weird feeling, man. It feels good though.
What,
This
just,
thing feels sick.
yeah, because you're used to just going custom all the time. And
Yeah.
now you're just like, okay, let's try this.
Well, and I was telling them.
Did
like,
you look at the liters, like just to
Yeah,
think
yeah.
about it?
Yeah. This one's 25.4. It's 5'10", 18 3/4, 2.3. This is like, this looks money in my head.
Yeah.
In my head.
We're gonna go out to let's go back out to the loft.
What's the little wing?
It's a
That's
new
that Mason Hope one.
Oh yeah. That's what we were looking at those. I don't know if there was one out here that was my size though.
All right. Little wing.
So
Oh, look at this. Conveniently located.
These two are too small, and I think this one's too big, but I need to look at them again.
I think these are all SES too.
Yeah.
Driver
Just on
2.0.
There's so many boards, you can't just be like, yeah, let's look at the rack. You gotta walk across the whole building. So it's easier to look online, even when you're in the shop.
5'9", 25.95.
Yeah, 25.95 liters,
Yeah.
2,595 liters.
But think about how many weights you'll
boat.
catch.
Literally a boat. A driver or driver?
Yeah, driver 5'9".
Okay.
Driver 2.0, light speed.
Oh, this is like a 2. That's like
To the bottom. Features, you can also see its features down there. 18.63, 2.32, 26.6.
Might have you dialed in there.
How does this one?
yeah, that looks perfect.
That looks good? Okay.
I mean, like 26 points. That's what I was trying to shoot for. Was like 26, 26 and a half. I bet it's in the back. To the back.
To the back.
It's right.
5'9".
It's right in front of us. I was so wrong.
Is that it?
Probably. Is this stringerless?
Yeah, so that's stringerless, epoxy, light speed.
I don't know what any of that means.
You don't know what stringerless means?
Blow down the light speed.
Well, stringerless means it doesn't have a stringer. I'm going back to the basics.
What is epoxy?
Fred said, I don't know anything about surfboards.
It's got an EPS blank, epoxy resin. It's got a carbon strip on the bottom for strength.
See, this is where I'm like trying to wrap my head around the new, because like it isn't. It's thicker, but it's narrower than like how I'd ride a 5.9. But it's thicker, so it's more. I mean, this is like a full liter more than what I have been riding. This is an airboard. In my head,
Right.
In my head, when I pick this thing up and feel it, I think of like really good air wedges.
I think the shape looks
The shape looks rad. It looks like just your classic like high performance shortboard.
Yeah, I mean, this is like the bread and butter
Yeah.
Lost shortboard. I mean, the driver is,
Driver.
yeah, the
See, I don't
drivers,
know.
yeah, it's like one of their, yeah,
I'm
that's
like,
like,
what's the
yeah,
driver?
no, that's like,
I was like,
that's one of their longest running, most popular.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, they got the driver for good waves, and then they got the sub driver for summer. Like if you want something like smashed down, like
Yeah,
shorter.
I'm learning with you. I am learning with. We're going through this together. This is the whole point. We're gonna be doing board reviews on Reel's site. I'm gonna be talking about boards after sessions, just like as I figure them out. This is a whole new process.
But we're not going to tech out. There's not going to be like
No.
we're not.
I am
going to
not-
measure the depth of a concave
No,
just by feel.
we go
Feel
by
and impression.
we go by feel. We let the people that build the boards go tech, and we go by feel.
You know, if you're watching the vlog, you can judge which board you think Brett rides the best.
That's a good idea. Ask a crowd. We're going by feel.
That's feels good.
And then you guys can tell me how I look.
So that would be feels good, looks bad.
Feels good, looks bad.
Feels good, looks bad.
You want
And
feels
you got
bad, looks
looks
good.
good, feels bad, and then you have looks good, feels good. So there's three of those things.
And
Remember
looks
those.
good, feels bad. I mean, looks bad, feels bad.
Oh, looks bad. Yeah, then that one. Yeah, you don't hang on to that one.
Yard sale. So are we committing to this one?
Are those the three?
I'm down. We can get started.
So we got a Lost driver, we got a Ghost Pro, and a Smith humanoid.
This isn't your job, man.
Jeffrey, don't film this part.
I got it! This is the first time I've put a pad on a board that wasn't OAM since 2012. And it's really hard to do it when they...
Don't have a stringer?
Yeah. It's not my first rodeo. She's dead center, man.
We can leak this out.
nice pad on.
I know. We gotta go black John or something John. Is that narrow enough, you think?
Yeah, it'll pull either John or Bruce.
We'll go John.
All right, John.
I've never had a John pad. I've ridden a lot of Bruce pads. That was like the only pad I would order when I was younger. Did you make it with Pizel for this board?
Either directly or indirectly, yes.
I love pads with holes in them, so you can see the stringer.
There's nothing harder than a stringerless board.
Oh, I like the kick on that.
A stringerless board and a pad with no holes in it combined.
If we aren't fitting in the tubes tomorrow, Mason will be. He's on his little Ubergram.
Yeah,
He loves
got
that
lost.
board.
Yeah, he's gotten a few sessions in on it.
Yeah, I watched him ride it Saturday, and he did the best turns. The videos I sent, he was like slamming the lip, and like actually, he wasn't riding out of him. He rode out of a couple good cutties, but he was approaching the lip and controlling the board like he'd never controlled a board before.
Nice.
It was sick. He was so pumped.
Brother.
Yeah, for sure. Smith shapes.
I got Smith pads that they sent us.
Okay, yeah, we'll do this one.
Do that one. All right.
Whoa, how's this? That's pretty cool. I like the cut so that you can bend it around the curve. Oh, we were covered. 3 hours later, got my pads on. Wait, here's a question.
I'm just excited that he was able to experience the freedom.
How
To just wander around and be like, oh, this looks really good.
how long have you wanted this to happen?
The whole time.
And here we are.
I was patient.
So this is where we do the surfing part. Oh, I gotta get a shot holding all three in the thing.
Yeah.
This is the quiver, the start of the quiver. We have a 510 Ghost Pro, and then a what was the lost? 5.9 Driver 2.0, a 5.8 Smith Shapes humanoid. So we got a Smith, a Lost, and a Pizel. We're gonna see how these things go. I'm out of here.
What type of credit card do you want to use to pay for those?
So I'll see you later. We're gonna try out Lost Driver 2.0. It's gonna be my first proper session out on a surfboard.
Wow.
Well, there's the big news that everyone has been waiting to hear. What surfboard brand am I going to next after having left Super brand? And the answer is no surfboard brand. I'm riding for Real Water Sports, and I'm riding anything they carry, which over the years may change what brands they, have in the shop. So I'm super excited about this opportunity. Real's really excited, and I'm really excited to take you guys along for the ride as I go on this quest to learn about different surfboard companies, learn about different shapes, different builds, what kind of concave I like. Like every board I'd ever get from Super, I just knew the models and would order based off the models. I didn't know what concave there was or what rocker or tail rocker or whatever. So in diving into this new endeavor, I'm trying to figure out like, okay, well maybe I should learn this stuff. And it's super fun, and honestly, hopping on different crafts made by different people, I feel like has put like a little spark into my surfing and made it really exciting again. And so, yeah, it's awesome. I'm not gonna break down every board in depth right now because I haven't ridden all of them that much. I only got one full session on the Paizel, about 3 on the Smith shapes, and the Driver 2.0 I've ridden quite a bit because that's just the kind of waves we've had. I will say, I absolutely love that Lost Driver 2.0. I did not know what to expect based off the stringerless epoxy. It is absolutely insane. And I've already picked up a backup, same dims, since then. And I plan on making that a board that's part of my quiver for a while. I'm gonna get it built out in a polyurethane, like regular shortboard build, not stringerless epoxy. And yeah, go from here. That board is just, I put it under my feet. There was no learning curve. Did exactly what I wanted it to do. I think stepping up, it's a full liter more than what I've always been riding. And I think that made a huge difference. And I'm absolutely loving it. That board felt so good underneath my feet, and I'm excited. The Smith Humanoid, I only got on it a couple times. For me personally, it's not necessarily the kind of board that I would like jump after. But I will say that it did really insane and like softer waves. For me, it's got a really hard edge all the way up the rail. And so what happens with that is that when you get a steeper wave and you lean onto it really hard, like if I'm trying to go like hard rail to rail surfing or vertical, there's like this almost delay where like you're leaning and then you're waiting for that edge to give. And then once it gives, it sets and goes fast. That board is really fast. I was able to drive through turns really well. Yeah, like I said, I only rode it in bad waves. I'm gonna try it out when the waves are a little bit better. Some cleaner faces, see how it goes. But board's really fast, it is pretty loose. The one thing I think that I messed up is I got it a little too big. So even when I do a review on it, it's a little big for me. So that was just something that we were trying to figure out, like stepping up from 25 liters. I wasn't sure how high I could go before it was too much. And that board's pushing 27, and I think that's a little too much. So I think if I had it in like 26 liters, like got a 5.7 or something, then it would be super fun. So main issue was just that it was a little too big. But we're experimenting. This is part of it. And yeah. So then I have only gotten one session on the Paizel Ghost in the Pro Dims. Took me a little bit to figure it out because the board's really loose on the tail, like bottom turning off the top. But it's also has so much control when you go into a turn or a bottom turn. So I don't know how to explain that it's like loose and stiff at the same time. But basically it's crazy how all around it is. Once I figured out the sweet spot after bogging a couple times pretty hard, and the waves weren't that good, but then I realized the potential in that board. It is insane how hard you can lay into the rail, how responsive it is. Just where I wanted to turn, how I wanted to turn, it did it. Even had the perfect example, had a horrible lighthouse wave. There's this classic lighthouse wave that's like out to sea, and then the next section's dumping. So it's basically unapproachable. Like there's not a good way to do a turn on that wave. So when I got it and I saw it, I was like, hey, this is the perfect chance to see what this board can do. Like if it can turn on this section, it's a good board because I've seen and hit those sections 1,000 times in my life. And if it's not a good board, it won't ride through them. It's a weird section. And so the board held that wider bit up front, like let me sink through, like I kind of bogged a little at the end of it, but it helped carry me through the turn. And I was just like, okay, this is a good board. So I'm excited to ride that in some like bigger surf. I think that in that size surf, it was almost a little big for me, just width wise, but I can't wait to put in some like 8-foot waves and do some turns and get barreled. It felt so good. That board's crazy. So really, really excited about what's coming forward and breaking down boards with you guys, doing reviews, learning myself, walking y'all through that whole process. And yeah, sorry it's been a while putting out videos, but yeah, wanted to make sure we got at least some footage on each board, and it took us about a month and some to make that happen. So here we are, and I appreciate all you guys that have been hanging in there. Oh, also, Mason got a legit barrel the other day, or the other week. You saw the clip, legit barrel. He was so proud, and I was so stoked. He has just improved so much, it's insane. He recently got 3rd place in the under 12 division at the ESA regionals. He's only 9. That was super cool. And yeah, it's just been so much fun surfing with him. He's been riding a little lost Ubergrom mostly, and he's loving that board. And I feel like his surfing's improved so much since he got on that board. I'll break that down another time. But anyway, couldn't go without talking about Mason's barrel. So anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go from here. This video is probably super long, and got to get on to the next one. So in the meantime, hope you guys have a good one. You know the deal. I'll see y'all next time. Wait. Sorry, forgot something. First off, also got on the JJF Pizel by Pizel Nathan Florence Pod Racer, little 5.4 soft top. That thing went like a dream as far as soft top goes. So much control. It's heavier than a normal shortboard, obviously, but I felt like I could turn it and control it in the barrel like I wanted to, which is insane for a soft top. But wanted to ask you guys to drop a comment at what board you liked watching me on the most. And then also, let me know what you want to see me ride. If you go on Reel's website, see what they carry, let me know what you would be interested in seeing me ride coming into this summer, coming into next hurricane season. Let's make this exciting. This is a two-way street. I'm gonna hop on all these boards. Again, I'm gonna focus on performance, but I'm gonna hop on all these boards, relay information back to you guys, hopefully learn stuff from y'all, and yeah, figure out this wild world of surfboard design. So anyway, wanted to throw that in there. Y'all have a good one.